Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so in today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update of how things are with the Pixel 6a on Android 16 Beta 3.1, just before I'm about to take the update to 3.2, which is available at this time. So before I get into that, if you guys can do me a solid, smash that like button. We truly appreciate that, as well as turn on bell notifications so you guys don't miss a video upload um, and when I go live. So anyways, yeah, so let's get into the quick notes of beta 3.1, which was released on March 18th, 2025. And yeah, so these are some of the things that came with 3.1, which is right here. So the minor update to Android 16 Beta 3 includes the following fixes. So it fixed an issue that caused the system settings app to crash repeatedly on launch if the system language was set to a language other than English. Fix an issue that caused the screen brightness to oscillate between an app specified brightness setting and the automatic system specified or user specified brightness settings. So it gives you the ticket numbers right there. Fix a performance issue that was causing excessive battery drain from high CPU load. And fix a performance issue that sometimes caused memory leaks in the system server. So all these things were with Android Beta 3.1, and I've installed it on my Google Pixel 6a. And with this device, it's actually been pretty decent. I haven't experienced a lot of bug issues that I guess you can say were mentioned with these tickets that, they resolved the issue in 3.1. So even prior to 3.1, when I was on Android 16 Beta 3, I wasn't experiencing, like a high excessive battery drain for high CPU load. I wasn't, of course, the language set on my phone is English. So I wouldn't have experienced, like the settings app crashing because it was set to a different language. I didn't experience none of those things, thankfully. Thankfully, hey, it is what it is. But for other things, have I noticed any other bug issues at all whatsoever? And with the Pixel 6a, the only thing I can say that was kind of a bug issue, which I did report a ticket for it, was that every now and then the screen would freeze and become non-compliant with any touches that I did. So if I was swiping, it wouldn't do nothing. If I tapped on something, it wouldn't do nothing. The only thing that worked on the display when this event happened was when I scrolled down from the quick settings. The quick settings would actually come down, which would allow me to get into the settings through there if I needed to, and then back out back to the home screen. But even then, sometimes it would do that on the home screen, and you weren't able to like tap and launch an app or swipe between home screens that you have, or even the Google feed. So this was an issue that I was starting to get with my Pixel 6a, and that's actually happened on my other Pixel devices, but that are running 16 beta 3.1. Like I said, I reported a ticket for it to let Google know about this issue and a logcat to go along with that so they can kind of see what was going on. It doesn't happen very often. It rarely happens, but when it does, I mean, obviously it's noticeable. And that's pretty much like the only real main issue that I have with Android 16 beta 3.1. Other than that, everything pretty much like works on the phone. So like, the apps that I have, most of them, I have no issues at all whatsoever. Banking apps, I use Chime, so it still works. I can't say anything for like Bank of America or Chase or any of those. Um, but yeah, my banking apps work just fine. Gameplays that I play Pokemon Go. You guys know this. It works just fine. I have no issues at all whatsoever playing the game. Haven't run into any like glitches within the game, the frame rate or any of that stuff, sound quality or none of that. It's all been fine. Video playback has actually been pretty good too on Android 16 Beta 3.1 with the Pixel 6a. So any video that I watch, I haven't had any issues at all whatsoever. Picture-in-picture settings work, so I can actually have a floating window of the video playing while I'm reading something else, in the social media app or trying to get some additional work done. I have no problems at all whatsoever with that. So most of the majority of the functionalities of Android on my Pixel 6a are functional and working just fine. It's just that one screen issue that happens, and it happens every so often, but not quite, not a lot. It doesn't happen like every day. Maybe like every other day it tends to happen. And I've tried to see if there's any type of pattern that recreates the problem to see if it's something specific, like if it's a specific app running in background, if it's a specific setting. None of those things seems to trigger it. So For the most part, it's just a random occurrence that happens every now and then. So that's the only issues that I have with Android 16 uh, beta 3.1. Now, the questions that I still get is, do I see a significant difference in the change in the user interface? Kind of, not really so much as the UI, but just the little subtle things. Like when you power on the device, you will see that it has this little animation effect when it first boots on. And then of course the animations of opening and closing apps is just slightly different, but nothing superly dramatic. Other than that, everything is pretty much like the same as we had on Android 15 as far as the way the UI looks, as well as Android 14 and Android 13. Right? There's no real big change. It's still a Material UUI. It still has the fixings and stuff like that. You still get the emoji wallpapers. You still get the emoji workshop. You get all that stuff. So not a drastic different change. Just some slight animations added in for a little effect. And that's pretty much what we get with Android 16. Now, everything else is pretty much like under the hood. So it's more like, in the code of software that they've made some changes and some security things they've added for better security and stuff like that. Of course, all that I'll go over when Android 16 fully launches, and we'll go through all the changes then. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Pixel 6a and how it's handling Android 16 Beta 3.1. And again, I would tell everybody, do not flash this onto your phone unless you're willing to actually test out beta software. Because remember, this does void the warranty. I know it sounds crazy because Google's like, yeah, grab beta software from us and try it on your phone. Help us out so we can work out the bugs. But at the same time, too, the warranty doesn't protect the phone. So if anything goes wrong, Google will not replace it under the warranty replacement program. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I have to say, smash the like button. If you guys have any questions regarding Android 16 Beta 3.1, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them in the next video. I am about to update mine to Beta 3.2 and see how it goes from there. So until next time, as always, law.